Aye, last time on the RPG Pals, after going into the Xanathar Guild base and rescuing the person they needed to, they did not get the money they were promised, but instead they got the deed to a house. And what rhymes with house? Mouse. Whoa. Did everybody else hear that weird dog thing that got in here again?
How does he keep getting in your house, dude? Gotta close your doors.
Are you in their house?
Is he a ghost dog, Way of the Samurai?
Oh my god.
Oh, that is a good move.
I'm paying rent for this place. So.
To who?
Jim Jarmusch?
The dog?
To me.
Mr. RPG himself, holy shit.
I'll be back next time. Okay. Have fun. Yeah, let's put in the music here.
I'm Eric, and I am playing Oi, the Drow Punk Monk.
I am Gina Dazer, my pronouns are they, them, and I'm playing Navinia. Half-elf? Changeling. Bard. Sorcerer?
Doger.
I'm Dodger. Well, I'm Sahoni, but I play Dodger. Dodger is, well, he's a crappy little street kid, but I love him. He's not sure what he is, but he is certainly good at doing divine magic.
I am Sam. I use they, them, and I play as Kier, a warforged working for the Zentarum who's pretty magically good with that rapier.
I am Madison Rowan, she, her. I am playing Koyos, the lizard man, crocodile person, druid, who just really likes dogs.
And the most important dog?
Barry. Barry, the best dog. The good Barry.
One dog, 5 times.
One dog, 5 times.
And I am Luke, your game master. I use he and his pronouns, and yeah, I'm the dungeon master here. Once again, we are playing Waterdeep, the Dragon Heist, and yeah, you were given a free night in this hotel for all of the good that you did. And now that it is morning and you had some breakfast, you are going to be meeting with your friend Valo, who is going to be going with you to the offices. You get to do paperwork this episode, everybody.
Oh man, I can't wait till we have a giant montage referencing Brazil.
Dun dun dun.
This is the,
Dun 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 dun.
this is the day we find out one of us isn't paying taxes.
Or Jupiter ascending. I mean, take your pick.
There it is. There it is.
All right. So the hotel that you were staying in, the Yawning Portal. The Yawning Portal is busy today because it is the first day of Flame Rule, which means that in the City of Waterdeep, it is Founders Day. And so there are lots of people who are just celebrating early. They're drinking early. It's going to be a good day. But let's go around the table, see what y'all are having for some breakfast. So, Navinia, what is on your plate?
I think it's just toast and butter, but like a foot-high stack of different breads and like tiny little pots of different butters, and I'm trying out different combinations. I'm like, that's all right. I'm like making notes.
And what about Koyos?
Quick question. Is this some sort of restaurant situation, or is it more like a continental breakfast bar?
It's a big inn tavern.
Yeah, so it's a bit more of you order what they have from a limited menu.
So Koyos probably would have gotten the largest, rawest piece of meat that he could get, and double that, because Barry needs something, obviously.
Oh, Barry needs something as well.
He gets a seat at the table, he has his own plate.
Of course, we make room for Barry.
Barry's the most important member of this team. He's the moral support.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah.
And Dodger, what is on your plate for breakfast?
Dodger is not normally a breakfast person, but he has money, so he's probably gonna get like hash browns or whatever equivalent it is, and just like hover over it very food aggressively.
Yeah, you're getting like those skillet potatoes that are like sometimes called home fries.
Oh yeah, and they got like the cheese and the peppers and stuff.
Yeah, like and some I think turnip pieces are in there, and I'm looking over bit of onion as well.
Yeah, no, he's all about this, but he is also going to make sure that no one tries to take his food.
And Kerr, what are you doing at the table? Because you are our Warforged war friend, and I mean
Yes.
you've presumably got something to do while
Oh.
others reading.
Absolutely. Well, for one, I did order some of the sides that went unordered by the table. So there's some grits, both savory and sweet, and eggs cooked a couple of different ways. I'm offering them to the table while sampling what I can from their plates. And of course, I've already taken care of the check.
Dodger is definitely going to try to ask for a little bit of eggs.
I just scoop them right onto your plate,
Oh,
as many
yeah.
as you wish.
Oh yeah.
You're a growing boy.
So, since Oi's from the Underdark, I just did a quick look, and like a lot of stuff in the Drow diet is typically stuff like vermin and fungi. So I feel like he'd look over the menu, recognize nothing, and see that Kier, when he heard Kier say, "I'm taking care of the check," Oi just looks at the waiter and go, "He's taking the bill, surprise me," and then folds his arms with a little smile on his face.
And so what you have gotten is like one of those like soft boiled eggs inside the shell,
Right.
and that is served on a large stack of pancakes, which is served on a large piece of pork belly. And then on top of this are two large matches that are like 5 or 6 inch matches that have been lit on fire. And as they are working down, there are different rings on the matchsticks. And so each time the flame will go down to one of those, it will cause some light sparks to go off.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Beautiful.
This
I
is
remember
much
daring
better.
Yagra to eat this.
This is much better than I assume what could be described as slimy but satisfying.
Just
It was like, this is a pleasant surprise me. This is the only pleasant surprise in the history of forever.
Until Oi finds out that he has a gluten intolerance.
Oh no!
There was time now.
And lactose?
oh god. All the
no.
intolerances. Oh no.
And you forgot you said you were going to go kosher this year.
Oh.
Oi! Why did you become a vegan? That's very hard to
a
travel
keto
with in
vegan?
D&D.
It's just beans.
It's just beans.
Oh, God,
well, I'm
just
not
beans.
sharing a tent.
That's the RPG Pals guarantee.
Bark, bark, bark! Barry also chides you.
Also, isn't Barry just a Pomeranian standing on a giant raw steak?
Pretty much. He's going
Like,
at
I
it,
want to make sure we
probably.
didn't skip over that. Okay.
So Oi just looks at this with a big grin on his face, reaches in with his hands, like not bothering with utensils and stuff, grabs a handful of whatever, stuffs it in his mouth, chews it, swallows it, gets this kind of very sullen look on his face, just pushes the table away, and then just looks sad.
The waiter, who is this burly dwarf, she has got a like long blonde beard, comes over and says, "Well, hon, is there something wrong with your breakfast?"
Yeah, just came from the Underdark, and the service world food is not agreeing with me at all.
Oh, well, son, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Would you like me to find you some nice fungus?
Yes, please.
And would you like some stomach tea?
Sure.
Dodger's gonna wave because I assume he knows the server.
No.
Yes. What is her name?
Belinda.
That sounds like you were looking at stuff around the room. Bowl. Yeah.
I'm not very good with names, like most writers.
There's Belinda, there's Matthew, there's Bashua.
Barrack.
I very much like Bashua's paintings of hell.
But yeah, so you get your like fungus, it like served in a bowl with a spoon, and you also get a like cup of tea, which smells good and does a good job of settling your stomach. And like as your meal wraps up, it's about 9 in the morning, like getting on that point. And Valo comes in looking howdy, looking like maybe he's already had a bit of wine because that's how he do.
Oh my
And he
god.
says, good morning, adventurers. How are all of you doing?
If you're drinking before noon, you have to cut it with some orange juice.
Which
That way-
we have absolutely been doing at our table.
I have not.
That way, that way you
We've
can
been
at
going
least
apeshit
call
on
it.
them mimosas.
Yeah, exactly.
Navenia has not taken a single drink.
Yeah,
Just toasted butter.
Dodger.
Oh.
Dodger drinks water. He's good.
Well, I ordered mimosas, and frankly, if no one's going to drink them, they're going to waste. Volo, would you care?
Oh god.
He says, yes. He pulls out his own flagon out of the pocket and makes something that is about 7/8 champagne to orange juice ratio.
He has a flagon of champagne.
No, it's a flagon he fills with champagne.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense then.
He just has it with him.
Mm-hmm. That's how he do.
I love him.
And yeah, so he downs it in a single gulp. Says, yeah, good bubbly from the French region of the Forgotten
Yeah,
Realms.
French.
French.
It's elevated.
Yes, you need to pronounce the apostrophe.
But yeah, so you're all settled and you're ready to go and do some paperwork, is it? To get the house. And he pulls down the deed that's going to get signed over to you all again.
Dodger looks very nervously at the paperwork, but I guess he's gonna reluctantly come along.
I don't think Koyos is 100% sure what paperwork is, but he's about to find out.
Yes, absolutely.
And so you all end up, like, it is a bit of a struggle getting to the castle ward. And that's, like, why he left so early, because you're supposed to get there at, like, noon, and even with him kind of reluctantly paying for y'all to get a nice carriage over there, it is, like, hard. There are people in the streets, there's, like, streamers, there's celebrations out here. But you finally get to the courthouse, and it is this massive building, pillars, statues, stone, and he has you meet with Kylin Silmerhell, who is a tiefling.
I'll say this entire time that Koyos was absolutely distracted by the sheer amount of activity that was happening outside the cab that we had taken because, what is happening? There's things everywhere strung all up. Just like a party happening. What is going on?
It's like, what's this? What's this? There's streamers everywhere.
There's magic everywhere.
What's this? There's streamers in the air.
Dodger, on the other hand, has Hood all the way up because he's outside the dock district, and you know, it feels more comfortable that way.
Well, there are a lot of people in costumes. Like, one of the traditions is that people will dress up as famous people from the city's history. Like, when you went past Castle Waterdeep, you saw that there is a massive illusion over it, and, like, it is supposed to be the ancient log version of the fortress that was built before it was a full-on castle.
Abraham Lincoln was born there.
How rustic.
Dodger thinks that's all pretty cool and stuff, judging by his character sheet.
So, Kylan Silmerhell greet you. Ah, yes, you have the business with Valo today, is that correct?
Yes, that would be us. Pleasure to meet your acquaintance. Kylind, was it?
She does not offer to shake your hand or anything.
Festive Founders
She's,
Day.
like, barely looking up from her desk.
I give her the nod from behind. He's just, what's up?
So,
Valo hands over the deed, and she says, all right, so all of you are going to be signing this. Who will be the primary?
I'm at the desk.
Yes, please write your name on the document here.
I go to write, and there's like a hesitation as I like think about something, and then I write Navenia Drexel.
I watched that very carefully.
And then I put a comma, and I put a couple, like a pairs of letters after it. Like several pairs, like OPLMS. Yeah.
I'm a doctor.
And then the rest of you may follow. And do you have the estate tax of 25 gold pieces?
Well,
What's tax?
Volo, you did say you were taking care of this, yes?
Oh, yeah. Renair, he made sure that you'd have the money, and he puts on a bag of gold. All right, then the rest of you may sign, and the paperwork will be handed over, along with the ownership of the property.
When it's Dodger's turn to sign, he has surprisingly neat penmanship. And it writes out very clearly, Dodger Kelly.
Oi just grips the pen like he's holding, like he's, God, I'm just trying to think, like, how would you grab the pen like
Like a
fiver?
toddler holding
Yeah,
a crayon,
pretty much
just
that.
in your fist.
Yeah,
Just like makes it, just grabs it in his fist and then just writes "oi" on the line.
Koyos does basically the exact same thing, like just full ham-fisted with this pen, and what he wrote might be his name. We're not sure.
Yeah. It's like everyone's making marks on this paper.
Got it.
Nailed
It's
it.
huge and kind of goes off the line, but hey, it's there.
Just sign the desk a little bit.
Kira just looks for whatever space is left.
You got two John Hancocks on this.
Yeah. All right, Kier in Elvish, it's Elvish script, and then I do a little tiny winged serpent facing downward.
She
Fancy.
officiates it with a stamp, and then rolls it up, hands it off to Navinia. Here you go. And then she pulls out a small bottle of cleaning alcohol and gets the ink table. Have a happy Founders Day.
And to you as well.
I give the nod again.
I mimic Dodger with the nod.
Sup.
Volo pulls out the remaining bottle of champagne that he had taken off of the table, and he takes a swig.
Straight from the bottle.
You know, typically you get to the place that you're moving to before you celebrate, Volo.
Yeah, also signing. We never really looked at it, did we?
Oh, no. It is definitely your property now. It's
Have
just-
we made a terrible
I'm
mistake?
Hey, anywhere's better than where I'm sleeping.
We get to sleep there?
Oh, sweets of if this room is a manor, then we will have a room for everyone.
I haven't had my own room. Ever. That'd be cool.
Let's go see the property then, eh?
Volo, another carriage if you would.
Yeah. And he pulls out another, small bag of coins, identical to the one that he used to pay for the earlier carriage, and identical to the one that Rainair had seemed to have given him to pay for the property
That's
tax.
actually very clever.
This is gonna-
If someone steals your wallet, they only get a small portion of your money.
Although it strikes me not unlike pinning a pouch of coin to a toddler in order to make sure that they pick up the right things from the market.
And if you have enough bags and enough toddlers.
They'll eventually write Shakespeare.
Carriage.
Yeah.
We have fun here on this podcast,
We continue to have fun.
which is good, because, imagine if we weren't.
I wouldn't do it.
Aw.
Oh no.
Now we're all sad.
Oh.
But we're in a carriage, so
So,
fancy.
So, you're heading up to the North Ward, to the famous Trollskull Manor.
What? We're North Ward.
North
Also
Ward.
famous.
Oh. Dodger is really making sure his cloak is on and rolls down the sleeves of his cloak because it's more of like a long dusty jacket thing, but he's rolling them down just to be careful.
Kira's dusting off everybody too. I can't be seen with you if you're not up to a certain standard, so if you could just stand still and just batting them a little bit.
If you want, I could
Dodger.
clean them magically just to make sure, but I wouldn't do that without your permission.
I mean, do feel free. At a certain point, this is just therapeutic.
Well, as you were then. And just go back to making notes about toast.
Bat.
Dodger does not like this, but takes it anyways.
Kira has the biggest shit-eating grin that you've ever seen.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Anytime Kira tries to touch Oi, just kind of he thinks he's trying to hit him or something. She's just trying to bat his
Start
hand away.
shadowboxing.
That his hand is
No, just stop touching.
Stop it. Stop. Like a parent trying to wipe their kid's face. He's like, oh, no.
Yeah, pretty much.
You have mushrooms all over you.
Saving them.
So, you arrive outside of Trollskull Manor on Trollskull Street, and it is a 4-story tall building with balconies, a turret, 5 chimneys, and it is one of the grandest in all of Trollskull Alley. It just looks like it has not been entered in for a while. There's some like boards on the windows, and the door doesn't look great. And Vala says, "Yeah, so here's the place that you got. I've got business to attend to.
Oh, heck yeah.
Good luck."
I immediately try to vault the fence, because I assume there's a fence.
There is actually not a fence.
Okay.
Oh.
Valo, before you go, did we discuss upkeep? Specifically all of the upkeep that didn't take place before you sold us this manor.
Well, you get the same level of upkeep that came when I bought the place.
And I put my hand on your shoulder and I'm like, I think it's up to us to turn this wonderful opportunity into what it truly deserves to be.
Look at how many rooms there are.
Just echoing from behind us.
Let's go see if the foundation is set.
Yes, let's.
There's a roof and everything.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh my god, we have a giant party mansion all to ourselves.
Go first.
Oh, good lord.
We could put so many dogs in here.
I exchange glances with Kier.
Which one's my room?
Let's go find out.
Let's.
So, when you arrive, the main floor is a tap room filled with broken furniture, tarnished silverware, casks of wine that probably ain't good anymore, and other worthless detritus.
I could fix this up.
I think that this is more an opportunity for you to give up the upkeep of a dirty bar, don't you?
Huh?
Let's
Oh,
find rooms
well,
first.
I don't...
Yes?
Yes.
Dodger, this is just a giant mansion of opportunities. He is just going from room to room and opening and closing doors. Yeah.
Anything behind those doors? Oh, go on.
Well, as you are starting to, go through these doors, Dodger, you stop in one of the rooms with a dusty mirror. And roll me a perception check.
That I can do. I'm
Do you see
very
another
good
dog
at
and think it's a
perception.
threat?
Bark, my house! We will see. Does a 17 do anything?
Yeah, you are able to see something right on the mirror. The words, "closing time," with an exclamation point.
I want to make a subsonics joke here, but I think I'll just move on, and I'm just gonna make a note and say, hey, was anyone here before us?
Where is the rest of the party? I will sort of break up. So, Oi, where are you going, and is anyone going with Oi?
I am immediately drawn to the basement.
You're gonna put a drum kit in there.
Yeah, of course. Oh, no, because it's a drow and it's the Underdark.
Uh-huh.
So it's like, that's what feels most like home to him.
Well, you find Fraggles down there, and with your
sweet.
nephew Robin, they are going to teach you about how you need to pass it on.
Ah, okay.
I like the
no,
idea
actually-
of Drow just actually being Fraggles.
So is anyone going down with Oi to the basement?
I probably
No.
would be close to the basement hatch at least. I feel like I'd be in the pantry/kitchen checking that shit out.
Well, Oi, while you are down there, you see one of the, beer barrels lift up off of the ground and smash itself right in front of you. Not to hurt you, but, you know.
Knew it. I knew this place is gonna be haunted.
What?
Was it filled with liquid or it just splintered everywhere?
Just splintered everywhere.
No, Oi, walks back up to the first floor and he yells at anyone who else is on the level, says, "Guys, you gotta check this out!" And then he tries to motion everyone over down to the basement.
We then go over to, Koyos, you said you were going to the kitchen?
Yes, I was.
Is anyone else also going to the kitchen initially?
No.
Okay, so yeah, Koyos, you go into the kitchen, and what are you doing?
Just kind of opening everything and just looking at what's inside. Just like any little bits and pieces that are like laid out. He's just picking them up, turning them around, kind of looking at them and putting them back down.
There is like some not great like silverware and platerware in here, and after you look at one of the plates and you set it back down, it lifts up and throws itself against the wall, shattering.
I didn't do that. That wasn't me. Barry, you saw that,
So-
right?
They're here.
Well, we still got Kerr and Navinia. So, Kerr, where are you heading up to?
Oh, I'm in the den and I'm judging their taste and decor.
If this was supposed to be modern, it is very bad right now. It is like well worn.
Anything tasteful worth salvaging, sconces, or maybe a painting that could at least be sold.
There's some nice like wood paneling in here, but that's about it.
At least that's worth preserving, but anything else? Take out that desk, obviously. Can probably be broken down for scrap. Well, Morn may have a good connection for... Oh, and bookcases could... And I'm just going, like, top to bottom in the den.
And
planning
like,
out my cave. Like...
and
warlock
like
cave.
after you point out like the bookshelves, one of them starts leaning forward and is about to fall on you. So roll me an agility check. Or roll me a agility reflex save.
That's going to be a 6.
Ooh, yeah, you are having that land on you for 2 damage.
Oh no.
It was not pushed very hard, it just sort of takes you by surprise.
And the floorboards aren't level. Wonderful.
And Navinia, where
I'm
did you head
partway
to?
up the stairs to the 3rd floor when I hear that clattering, and then I wait for a second, see if there's any screams, and I don't hear any, so I keep going. And I'm going all the way to the top, baby.
Are you going all the way to the top with the turret or the attic?
I think I'm gonna go to the turret. I feel like a staircase diverged in a creepy house. I chose the dramatic one.
So you get up there, and there are 3 large dusty windows in here. And as you look out at one of them, I'm assuming,
Yeah, I kind of like squeak clean it off.
after you like squeak clean it off, just reforms to say closing time.
And I write with my finger underneath it, new ownership, who dis?
And so that is when you hear the bookshelf come from like 2 floors below that Kerr gets, and Oi like comes up from the basement yelling, and Dodger yells, and Koyos and Barry also come out and comment.
Like you including Barry.
So do you?
Barry has a lot to say.
Mm-hmm.
Dodger is surprisingly not bothered by this. Just, yeah. When I can I use, Eyes of the Grave?
Eyes of the Grave.
What?
Eyes from your grave.
It is one of these fun little cleric actions.
Yeah, you can.
So when we're all kind of yelling and I assuming gathering back together about the stuff we see in the house, Dodger's gonna be like, guys, I think this place is haunted. I can find out probably
That would be
though.
a wonderful story.
No, I mean, like, you guys see ghosts and stuff, right?
Not if I can help
No.
Yes, they're usually to be avoided, but so are derelict manners, so...
it. And shady bards named Volo.
Like, give me a second, because I need to focus. And I'm going to use Eyes of the Grave, which is, as an action, I know the location of any undead within 60 feet that isn't behind total cover and that isn't protected from divination magic until my next turn. And it takes an action to do.
Yeah, you, like, get that, and I assume that it looks like ghost hunting, like, everything is green and black in your vision.
Well, I know that I close my eyes and take a deep breath, and when I open them, my normally very golden wolfy eyes have a silver ring around them.
Yeah, you see behind the sort of, like, bar area, there is a half-elf, maybe an elf ghost that is looking at all of you.
I think Dodger is kind of upset about this. He doesn't like having to see this, and he kind of goes, "Still sticking around, huh?" And tries to walks towards the bar.
The ghost seems slightly worried that you are able to see it and talk to it or recognize it, and it looks panicked as you walk towards.
I don't know.
Yes, but we cannot
This
see
is
it.
probably haunted. Yeah, but I can. And I kind of gesture towards the bar area. Just be nice. Sometimes they're just hurt or lost. And I want to at least give them the chance. And I kind of sit at the bar, and I'm not going to do anything except just kind of make myself as non-threatening as possible, which probably hard, but I'm trying.
I follow your lead to a T. I sit down, I cross my legs, I hit my diplomatic stance. This is nothing new to me, at least from the not trying to escalate side. Ghosts aren't really my forte, but here we are.
He kind of goes, "I'm bad at talking to people sometimes, but you got a name? You can write it in the mirror if that helps."
The ghost looks at you, and you see a really dusty mug come sliding down the bar towards where you're sitting at.
I grab the mug.
It stops and waits to look at you. It motions like it can't talk.
Got it. I can't talk to you either. I mean, I can speak, but how much is coming through is, I don't know. I've never been on that side of it.
Ask it if it's happy here.
You're
Does it need a job?
a bartender, right? You happy here?
It nods.
Yes, it's happy here. Well,
And is it unhappy with us here?
are you unhappy with us being here?
It looks at where there's a broken clock on the wall.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, we want to be happy here too. And it can be kind of upsetting if you're stuck here forever and you're just seeing everything kind of fall around you. You can't do anything to stop that. Decay and death. Natural part of life, though.
You don't really do small talk, do you?
No.
Big talk only.
Well, if you've been waiting around this long for someone to talk to you, do you want to just flounder around in small talk?
It gives you a pose yeah, come on, talk, that's what I'm here for. Like a bartender going to listen.
Mm-hmm. Why are you still here?
It looks around for something for a few minutes and
I take
doesn't
out
seem to find
my
it.
little book and I put it on the counter and I put the little pen next to it.
It's
Like a Ghost Rider situation.
I kind of
Its
go.
head turns into a flaming
No,
skull and it gets an
Ryder!
awesome
Like from-
motorcycle.
Oh, sweet. Writer. PBS.
Oh,
With the Halloween spell. Come on.
Yeah.
Ghost Rider, the Ghost Rider.
Dodger kind of goes, "I don't like seeing ghosts like you stick around. It makes me upset because I know that there's something out there for you guys. You want me to help you find something?"
it looks and it takes the pen and it draws a crude drawing of Trollskull Manor, and then it draws a crude drawing of what you're assuming is itself and a heart symbol going into the
They
building.
love this place and do not wish to leave it.
Well, what if we fixed the place up? Would that at least be
Yes. who says
similar
they
to
have
an
leave?
eternal reward?
I like having extra friends who know where all the
Yeah.
secrets are.
Dodger looks very uncomfortable at this because he doesn't really like undead.
It looks at Navinia after they made their comment and sends a flagon down their way. It doesn't have anything in it except for spider webs, but
He wants to stay here, or they want to. I'm not sure about pronouns here.
Dodger, if I may?
Yeah.
You seem to be very uncomfortable with the idea that this person, while remaining here, is missing out on something. Somehow not moving on.
Yeah,
But what if they don't want to?
then that's wrong.
Oh,
Okay, so I died once. Twice, but once that you guys don't know about. And I know that there's something beyond this. And I know how important it is. And because of that, it's important to me. I'm sorry, emotions are hard.
that's okay. If I might, I can be vulnerable as well. I never died, but I did something extremely similar. And I had nothing. There was nothing waiting for me. What if we just saw the two sides of something? If neither of us are right, or if we both are, either way, I don't see the harm in this person extending their stay.
Dodger kind of rocks back and forth and kind of crosses his arms and goes, I don't like it, but I want them to feel like they can do it on their own terms. That's important too. Death shouldn't be scary for anyone.
But they get to stay, yeah?
I vote yay.
Yay.
We can get him actual stuff to serve, too.
I look at the spider crawling out of the cup. Yes.
He can do his job again, except, I guess, only for us. Maybe more people. We can invite people.
We should say they until they let us know it.
Okay, they.
Wait, you guys were talking to a ghost this whole time?
Dodger just gives him a look, like, yeah, obviously.
Duh, didn't you see him?
No.
Didn't you see him with your special eyes?
Did you raise the veil and look past the fourth wall?
Bark, bark, bark. There's a fourth wall?
There are 4 whole walls in this place.
I counted a lot more than 4. Dodger kind of writes down on the paper, how about this? You can stay here, and help us make sure that this place is taken care of in the way that it's supposed to. But in exchange, I would like to talk to you sometime about maybe moving past this. A process.
A therapist.
I don't know what those are, but sure. Would that be cool?
Kind of a grief counselor.
They look at you and they pick up the pen and they just write "liff" and then in brackets he/his.
All right. Well, they're a he.
Okay, good to know.
I pat Dodger on the shoulder.
He enjoys the pats, I suppose. Well, he enjoys not the right word. I guess accepts.
Yeah, I know this was hard. Thank you for being our contact.
I
And
do it
liff.
sometimes for some people.
Well, we don't have to make it a regular thing if it makes you this uncomfortable, but
It doesn't
For
make
now.
it makes me sad.
Well, hopefully one day we will lift your spirits.
oh,
The ghost
Delightful.
the ghost which only Dodger can see makes finger guns at Koyos.
I very reluctantly relay the finger gun.
Like the saddest little... Ew.
Koyo's not understanding what this motion means does it back.
And I think that's a good place to end this week's episode.
I'm Sam. I play as Kerr, the aristocratic Zentarum Warforged, and you can find me online at FrundingLoom on Twitter. That's Frunding_Loom.
I am Madison, and I play Koyos, the lizard man who just loves dogs. And you can find me on Twitter at QuipsterRikuru. That's Rikuru spelled Rikuru. Or just by screaming into the void. That works too, probably.
And I've been Eric. I played as the punk monk drow Oi. You can find me on Twitter at Rhythm Bastard. I also do punk music based off nerdy stuff, so you can find that at either rhythmbastard.rocks, patreon.com/rhythmbastard, rhythmbastard.bandcamp.com, or on Facebook, Bandcamp, SoundCloud, all that other cool stuff.
Hey, I am Gar Sahoni Atkins, and I play Dodger, who's currently a mystery. Shh. You can find me and occasional articles on game design or actual game design that I wrote myself at Sahoni_stuff on twitter.com. That is spelled Sahoni, Sahoni.
Yeah, I'm Gina Dazer. I play Navenia Drexel, just your average story-hungry person of normal descent who is excited to be involved. You can find me online at Twitter at Adaser, Adaser, or twitch.tv/theposhpanda, where I do illustrations and game design.
And I'm Luke, your game master. You can find me on Twitter at Koltreg, that's Koltreg, along with RPG Pals Club, which is what you have been listening to, because I don't think we named it. You can also find me on the podcast Multiverso Q, which is a comic recap podcast, as well as Exiled, which is a actual play using the Marvel Phase Rip system about superheroes and emotions, and on the John Wiki podcast, where it's explaining John Wick through Wikipedia links. This has been RPG Pals Club. Our website is rpgpals.club. Our Twitter is rpgpalsclub. And we're on RPG Pals Club. We are playing the Waterdeep Dragon Heist 5th Edition adventure. And thank you for listening to our first episode. Our next one will be released when it is released. We're still figuring out schedule, that sort of things. But thank you for listening. If you enjoyed it, let us know on Twitter. And we'll see you next time. Peace.